Why aren't there more black people in Oregon? Imagine this. You've just traveled across the country, braving dangerous terrain, only to reach a place where you're told, flat out, you can't stay. Not because of who you are, but because of the color of your skin. That was the reality for many black people in Oregon, and the reason why, even today, the state has one of the smallest black populations in the entire country. In 2022, black people made up just 2.3% of Oregon's population. But that's not some accident of geography or coincidence. It's the result of more than a century of laws, policies, and systemic barriers aimed at keeping Oregon a white homeland. Let's go back to the 1840s, during the wagon train era. While millions of enslaved black people in the South were held captive, the settlers in Oregon weren't much more welcoming. The Provisional Government of Oregon passed a law in 1844 that mandated whipping for any black person who tried to settle here. 39 lashes every 6 months until they left. Now, there's no record of anyone actually being whipped, but the message was loud and clear. Oregon wasn't a place for black people. It wasn't until 1857, when Oregon officially became a state, that the Constitution went even further, making it not only illegal for black people to live there, but also to own land, make contracts, vote, or use the legal system. This wasn't just discrimination. This was systematic exclusion. Fast forward to the 1920s, and Oregon had earned a reputation as a dangerous place for black people, solidified by the largest Ku Klux Klan chapter west of the Mississippi. The Klan's power was undeniable. They controlled politics, they intimidated the masses, and they used violence to make sure their message was heard. Fast forward a bit more. World War II ends, and black Oregonians saw a small population boom. But just as things seemed to stabilize, disaster struck. In 1948, the Vanport flood wiped out the city where most black people lived, forcing them into Portland's Albina district. This new neighborhood, though, was far from ideal. It was chosen because it was less desirable, further marginalizing the black community into poor living conditions and a segregated existence. So why does this matter? Because the history of exclusion and hostility built such a reputation that even today, it's hard to shake. The state's past shaped who felt welcome to stay and who chose to leave. Thanks for watching, and for more untold history and stories, make sure to follow us for more.